Good morning. Welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Martha, and if you're new here, I'm so glad you found me. If you're not new here, I'm so glad you're back. Today, we're just gonna hang out in the kitchen. Just get some things done. You might hear the wash machine running. Today is a day just to putt around. I don't have a lot planned for this video. Just going to take care of some of the groceries we got a couple of days ago and do some jobs that I've been putting off. So, because we all have those. So let's just hang out for a little bit. Alright, first thing I think we're going to start is taking care of this spinach. I showed this in the grocery haul, and I like to put it in some smaller bags, unless I can fit the whole thing in the freezer, but then you're going to have to rebag it anyways once you open it. So I'm just going to, well, let's put a bag on the holder. That would be a mess. I just got some quart-sized bags, and we're just going to throw some in there, and then I'll write the date on them that it was frozen. And then each one will be a meal size. And this has already been washed. Alrighty. About 2 cups is what I'm going for.
Okay, now I'm not going to do anything, so I can just quick out of this right now.
Since I have all these veggies out, I think I'm going to prep a salad for lunch. That's why I left some of the spinach off to the side, because I'll throw a little spinach in our salad. So now I need to get a cutting board. And I think I will probably prep things and put them in separate bags so it doesn't get soggy. And especially like the tomatoes and the cucumber. All right, so set that off to the side. Got my knife. I'm just going to wash this lettuce real quick. Alrighty, grab some paper towel. Well, actually, I have an idea for that plastic container. Let's put all of our salad fixings in there, so that way they are in one place and I can just set it in the fridge together. Make it easier for lunchtime. Alright, I should have just pulled my salad spinner out, but I didn't. So, let's just get a bag on the holder there. So what have y'all been up to? Did you have a good weekend? Actually, we'll see this on Friday, so it's almost the weekend again. What are your plans? Tell me in the comments what your plans are. It's just going to be a quiet weekend for us. We just got back from our trip. So a lot of you know our hometown is Michigan, and we currently live in southern Kentucky. So whenever we go home, it's a big ordeal. It's about 8 hours on a good day, and we did have a pretty good trip. However, we get into Michigan, finally, after 7 hours of traveling, and we are making fantastic time. Fantastic. Like, we never make that good a time. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh gosh, let's not comment on this too much because we don't want to jinx it. And then all of a sudden, the drizzly rain that we have had most of the way up there starts to change a little bit. Gets a little heavier, and I can see the temperatures going down. But at this point, it's only about 35, 36 degrees. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's snowing, a very wet, heavy snow, and then it's blizzarding. We couldn't see, people are sliding off the road. It was truly insane. So we pull up our weather app and look, and there is literally rain with right at the top of the rain, this blue stripe that's only about 50 miles wide, and we are smack right in the middle of it. It was insane. So that was, it's like, oh, it's going too good. Something's bound to happen, and it did. But thankfully, we were not one of the people that slid off the road. We slowed down. We stayed behind a semi truck that was going like 25. And almost all the people that chose to pass before the plow come out in front of us wound up in the ditch. So my husband was driving and he made a very good choice. We were expecting, being February in Michigan, you're gonna see snow, but we were not expecting for it to pop up like that because we had been watching the forecast and it showed where our destination city was clear and sunny, and we were only about 45 miles, 50 miles, yeah, about 55 miles from where we were going, and then all of a sudden that happens. So yeah, that was quite interesting and not a pleasant thing. What are some crazy trip stories that you have where the weather changed on you like that? Alrighty, my cucumber is all washed up. Let's peel it. So we get into Michigan and we get to our destination city and the sun is shining. As it's setting, it's shining, and the rest of the trip was fine. So that was good. And then that next day, it started snowing sometime in the night, and it snowed all night long. So this is on Sunday, and we wake up to, I don't know, a couple inches, which isn't uncommon at all for Michigan. So we know that the surprise party for my father-in-law, who was turning 90, quite the experience. We had to figure out like what to do, and it had snowed, so we were kind of nervous, and my husband says, hey, let's have him drive us out to our old family farm and show our son the family farm. So that was pretty cool to do that, even though it was snowy. It was kind of cool though that it was snowy, because we got to see something that now living in the southern states you don't see very much. So that was pretty neat, and the historical things that my son heard about and seen, and I know he was quite bored, but I think he had a good time. getting to be around all of the older generation that normally kids don't spend too much time with, you know. So that was cool. Definitely an experience in itself that you don't get to be around much. It was really, really cool. And I would do it all over again, even with the freak snowstorm, which living away from there for so long, you do tend to forget how quick sometimes things can change. I mean, it's funny. But now we're back home, and this time is going to be very, very busy. It's going to be a fun kind of busy. The big changes are coming kind of busy. There's going to be a lot. So I don't know how the videos are going to look in the future. It's possible that there will be a lot of this type of video. I don't know that I'm going to do a lot of like food prep for the freezer and stuff like that, because we're going to be changing things up and potentially having a long distance move, or who knows. There's a lot of things that are possible, so that's exciting. But we also want to prepare for that, and having a whole pantry full of food that we then have to take with us and figure that whole situation out, we have decided isn't going to really work for us. So along with no garden this year, we're going to be shopping differently, eating differently. Not bad, just probably switch to shopping once a week, and won't be as much in bulk. Yeah, it's going to be a different time, but I'm excited. I'm very excited, and it's going to be time where the three of us can spend a lot of together time and see things that we might not have gotten a chance to see yet, and have experiences before our son is completely done spending time with like that with mom and dad, because yeah, it's coming, and it hits different when it's your baby and they're not a baby anymore, and they're starting, like, his voice changed, and he's almost taller than me. All the things, and it's crazy. So we just decided, you know what, this is the last one, and if we don't take this time now, we won't have another chance. And so that's what we're going to do. I don't know what it's going to look like. I have no idea. You can ask questions in the comments, but I don't have answers right now. So you might not like the answer you have or get, because I don't know. And we'll probably do a video like once we know for sure what's going to happen. And then when we do whatever that is, we'll probably premiere that video for everybody to see. So, you know, because we'll be busy that first little while. All right, let's chop a tomato. I'm going to wash this. What are your favorite mix-ins for your salad? I was going to say toppings, but I don't know. Is that the right word? Whatever. However you say it. What kind of veggies? Like, I'll usually do whatever I have on hand, and whatever seems like it needs to be used up this time, because I just went grocery shopping and we have like everything on hand. So there we go, so I don't chop my fingers off. Alrighty, I'm going to clean up a little bit and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm done with the tomatoes. I don't keep my tomatoes in the fridge. They just taste better if you leave them out on the counter until you're ready to eat them. That's my opinion. You do what you like, but I think, especially store-bought tomatoes, it just makes them taste better. Alrighty, I have some broccoli. This way we'll have this salad bar all ready, and people can come out and make the salad how they want, put in the toppings or mix-ins or whatever you want to call it that they choose. Alrighty, I think I'm going to shred a carrot. I don't know if I need that big of a carrot. Oh, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna wash this. Alrighty. It took me a second to find my drum shredder that I wanted. And now we're just gonna peel it up and shred it up. That way we can put it in salads or whatever, put it in recipes. Sorry again that the washing machine is kind of being loud, but gotta get things done. So anyways, what's your plans for this upcoming weekend? What are you going to be doing? I know a lot of people are starting to get their gardens ready, you know, just getting prep done. Or do you have a bunch of snow outside? It's been kind of weird weather here. It's been kind of mild, kind of rainy. When we first come home, it was like 75 degrees. That doesn't happen a lot, even here in February. I think they said we matched our record high ever, so that was pretty cool. That was nice and warm. But today, I think our high was at like 4 o'clock this morning, and it was like 65 degrees, and it's raining and stormy. Right now, the sun is shining. I'm sure the camera can't keep up with the brightness changes, so I'm sure it's going in and out, bright and dark. Can't help it. I do wish that this chopper stuck to the counter better, but the one I bought does not, and I am too proud to admit defeat and get a different one. There we go. And shredding carrots can be messy, and this makes it much less messy. Okay. So anyways, back to the gardens. Are you guys getting ready for your garden season? What are you gonna grow this year? I'm kind of, I won't lie, I'm a little bit jealous because it is something I love to do is grow, but I'm also very excited for the changes that are upcoming. So I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to watch y'all start seeds and start your gardens and get your garden beds ready and all the things. So tell me what you're doing, what you're going to grow, what seeds you're excited to try for the first time, or what things that you're excited that you grew last year that you're going to try again this year. And just tell me what's happening. What's happening in your garden? What are you excited for? And are you starting seeds indoors for the first time? I did that for the first time last year. That was a game changer. That was really cool to start them inside. Something I struggled with in the past was my tomato plants really stunting outside, and they were growing so great, and then I moved them outside and they stunted again until I put them in the ground. We did have a fantastic tomato year. It took a while to come back from that. But so what are your tips? What are your tricks? So when I get my garden life going again, I can do those things. All right, I'm trying to think what I should work on now. I think I'm going to do the cauliflower next. I went ahead and prepped the broccoli yesterday already because that was already cut into florets, so I just had to break it down smaller. Alrighty. I had to try that piece of carrot. That was really good. That was a good sweet carrot. If I was was doing a garden right now, I'd be starting my brassicas, cauliflower, broccoli, lettuce, all the things. Getting those ready to go out. And that's what I'd be working on right now. Oh, and peppers. I know peppers are not a brassica, but if you're gonna start your own peppers, you've got to start them early so that way they have enough time to really take off. I usually end up buying my pepper starts because I do not have good track record with peppers. I think only 1 year did I start my own pepper seeds, and I didn't know, and so actually I just put them right in the ground as soon as I could, and right as we were getting ready to get our frost, our peppers just had tons and tons of tiny little green bell peppers. So I had to pick them all. But I learned after that. And then I started buying store-boughts, and then I started my own seeds, and that didn't, I don't think I only had like 2 grow. And here's the funny part about that, is that they were from store-bought peppers, the little multicolored baby bell peppers that you buy. I had some seeds that I saved from one of those, and that actually grew. The ones I spent a lot of money on, the beautiful multicolored peppers, did nothing. The plants didn't even sprout at all. I mean, some of them sprouted, but they didn't amount to anything. So that is the way that went, but I'm excited to garden again, and I know it'll happen. We have seasons, and this isn't the first season I've gone without a garden, but it's just the first in a long time. I think I'm just going to cut some small for a salad and then break these into smaller florets and throw them into a bag and stick them in the fridge. Then we can have them for finger food or a recipe or whatever. Okay. Ooh, sorry about the yawn. I tried to stop it, but it just had to come out. Alrighty. I'm sorry about the sniffles. This has just been the winter of the sniffle. And I'm taking my supplements and I'm trying to work it out. But so far it's just this winter has brought it on and I can't kick it. I think I'll put some in one more bag. Now the sun is out again, and I just heard thunder, so it's probably going to do what it did earlier, which is rain while the sun is shining. It's done that twice already. Break these ones just a little bit smaller so that way I can put them in stuff. Excuse me. What's a season in your life, or maybe you're in that season right now where you couldn't do the things that you really, really wanted to do, and you just had to like be in that classroom season where you had to do a lot of learning, and maybe it wasn't even learning. Maybe you were just living your adventure dream, and I don't know. That could be a possibility for us. We could be living our adventure dreams, and it's not going to be conducive to like this lifestyle we've been living, this homestead type lifestyle. It's not going to be conducive to that, and that's okay. I've learned to come to terms with it. I'm also very, very excited. It's not like I'm saddened about it, because I'm really not. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what the future holds and where things take us, and the fun adventure-y things that we might get up to. So I'm excited about that. But tell me about a time in your life. Like, what did you do? How did you find that? It sounds cheesy, but that silver lining. Like, how did you feel good about it and learn to accept, like, hey, this is the season we're in right now, and maybe someday we'll get back to that. And I believe we will. And I think it's not going to be that long, but we have some things we want to do first, That's kind of our next step. So the first step is some other things, some things that we've been planning forever, but we're just finally like, okay, I think that we have to do it now. We have to do it now while we still can. And, because things can change. Things can change really fast. And maybe for you that was the decision to move to some land and build a farm or whatever your future dreams are. Like, how were you okay with the in-between time? What did you do? And then tell me if you're in the next step, if you've gotten there, are you glad that you took a step back and did what you needed to do or what you wanted to do and then move forward? Let's talk about it. I like it when you talk to me in the conversation. I like it when you talk to me in the comments and we have conversations. It's kind of cool, because I'm talking to this phone and y'all are seeing my face, but I'm not seeing your faces. I don't know you. I would love to get to know you guys a little bit, build that camaraderie, because I don't have people. Well, my mom loves this lifestyle. My sister loves this lifestyle, but and my sister-in-laws, but we all live very far apart. So in my immediate circle, which is really small, I don't have other people. And I'm sure my family gets tired of hearing it sometimes, but that's okay. They listen. But I like to talk to you guys, the ones that are doing this every day or they're aspiring to do this every day, and kind of get back to a healthier lifestyle, a slower paced, more family focused lifestyle. Alrighty, I think that is enough cauliflower for salads. And I'll just throw the rest in a plastic bag. I got some cauliflower in the way. It doesn't want to zip. There we go. Alright, I think I'm going to clear some things off real quick, and I think I'm going to shred some cheese next. Alright, let's shred some cheese. Rather than fight with that drum, I'm just going to use my box shredder. do some cheddar first. I love these little baggie holders. I think I got them on Temu for like, I don't know, a couple bucks. And honestly, it's a few of the things that are still kicking around, if you know what I mean. If you know, you know. Definitely not seeing anything negative. Alrighty. Yeah, at least I'm not fighting that box or that drum. Ouch, don't shred your fingers, it doesn't feel good. Alrighty. I'm just gonna shred up the rest of the cheese for the week. Do you freeze your shredded cheese? We use it so fast, I don't usually freeze mine. We definitely go through it pretty quickly. All right, like I said, I'm just gonna shred up the rest. I won't make you watch it, it's the same.